What's going on, everybody? This video was going to be more Duke football based, but I want to get a couple of nice basketball announcements that came in pretty early or about to come in, hopefully, for Duke basketball. Looks like that four-star Sebastian Wilkins, the number 31 overall player in the class of 2026, is announcing live Friday, 5/23 at 1 o'clock Pacific time, and it's only down to Duke and Maryland. And I think this is pretty important because it says class of 2026, but I think he can reclassify and join this fall coming up, so he's going to come a year early. I don't think, if he thinks he's going to need to be the star right away, he probably goes to Maryland, but Duke probably needs him as a bench guy to come in at certain spots here and there, not to be a main starter. So if it's down to only two teams, and he has some high thoughts about Duke, so hopefully he ends up choosing him. You never know. And I believe the Duke basketball team did schedule a game against Texas Tech in Madison Square Garden on December 20th, and already Texas Tech is a preseason top 10 team. So of course Coach John Shire is not hiding away from any opponent and looking to match up against any other top school out there, especially this last couple of seasons. So hopefully they don't get beat up too much here and there, but especially a young team. And then when it comes to the Elite 11 finals, Duke commit Terry Walker III had received an invitation there. Usually that goes to, like, they bring in like top 20 guys throughout the whole country in a competition from high school, like these guys who are going to be seniors, and they battle it out to see who's the top quarterback in that class. And that was pretty cool that the Duke commit got invited if he's only considered like a 3-star right now. But this definitely is going to bump his status up to a 4-star, and that could be good and bad, because then now it seems like other schools will look at him even more deeply and hopefully not try to steal him away from Duke. And then another player that's going to announce pretty soon, he's a 4-star athlete in Legend Bay. I think that's how you say his name. He released a top 5 and Duke made that list, so hopefully that's the case. They lost out to Nasir Rankin the other day. It looks like he's going to play both basketball and football at Illinois, but he's switched from linebacker to receiver, so I thought that was pretty interesting. But either way, yeah, sadly they lost out on his recruitment. And then they put out like a top 5 ACC transfer quarterbacks, or at least actually all of the quarterbacks, so not even just transfers. And 24/7 Sports had Duke's Darian Mensah on there in the top 5 for both those guys. That was pretty cool. And then On3 put out the win totals according to FanDuel of the ACC, and it looks like Duke is at 6.5. I hope that's probably just all of their games and not just in the ACC. But when you look at their schedule, they look like they could beat Elon. Illinois is a toss-up. Tulane they could beat. NC State, I think they could beat. Syracuse beat as well. Cal. Georgia Tech's a little bit of a toss-up now. Clemson is a toss-up. UConn, they can beat Virginia. UNC, I'm always going to say they're going to beat them at Wake Forest. So that's already like 1 or 2 wins over their projected 6.5, if that is the total schedule. But either way, looking forward to seeing what Duke football can put out there this fall.